What's going on, everyone? Today we're talking about the comparison between child care and adult daycare. What do they have in common? What does this mean for our future? But first, before we get into it, I'll let you in on these little nuggets of truth. You gotta like, comment, subscribe, show some love. Make us, feel good and put the good spirits, the good voodoo out there for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, guys, today we're talking about childcare and adult daycare. What do they have in common? My name is Chris, the founder and CEO of Active Age Daytime Senior Care. And what happened in the childcare industry is going to happen in adult day, and we just haven't even seen it yet. If you think about the childcare industry from like the 1970s to today, think about the growth, the sheer number of new options that have come to the marketplace, and that today alone is still averaging about a 9% increase year over year in number of new centers, number of new growth, number of new opportunity in this industry. And it's been doing that since 1970. I mean, this is massive. So if you think about this, what caused that to happen? What caused that exponential growth? If you go back to the 1920s to the 1960s, child daycare wasn't a thing. You know why? Because women stayed home. That was just what they did. I'm not a feminist. I'm not trying to promote one way or the other. I'm just saying, I don't know if I should be a feminist. I don't know. I forget. I don't know what the politically correct thing is here. Whatever it is, I'm not. Okay. I'm Switzerland. All right. I'm totally butchering this. What I'm trying to say though is, if you think about my grandparents' generation, they grew up in an era where the man worked full time, and typically females stayed home and took care of the house and the kids and all that stuff. Well, as time had gone on, and from the 1960s to 1970s and on, all of a sudden you saw this rise. Look at this, I got it right here. Look at this, see this rise? This is a rise from 1960, I don't know if you can see this, 1960 to 2020, and this little orange line right there, that's the rise, that's the increase in number of women who worked or entered the workforce. What percentage? Look at this growth, okay? Now, I guarantee you, if I had a chart of childcare centers and their growth rate, you might as well just put this chart on top of that chart and it's gonna look the same. Because as more people went to work, as more females went to work, guess what happened? Now you have dual income families, okay? I don't even see this line, it's so weird looking at this backwards. So dual income families. So 1960, and then you go over here to 2010, 2012, dual income families went from a little under 25% up to 60%. So think about this for a second, okay? You have women entering the workforce, you have more and more people that have dual income families, which means that they have a little bit more discretionary income to spend, and they spend it on childcare because they're both working. And that blew up the childcare industry, okay? And this is what happened from 1970s to now. Now, if we think about the adult day space, this is just the beginning. Can you imagine going back to 1970, 1980, 1990 and getting in at the ground floor of a massive industry that blew up over the last 20, 30, 40 years? That was childcare. We are entering a time now when you look at these numbers and these stats, okay? This right here, this little orange graph, you see it right there? That is the number of people age 65 and up who are continuing to work full time in the workplace. Look, they're not retiring anymore. They're continuing to work longer into their later years because they have to, because they didn't save enough to be able to afford those years without it. And as this is happening, we have more and more families coming together. Because look, this right here, this is 1980. This is the baby boomers. They all fled the coop and went and explored the world and settled and had their families in other places. But guess what? In 1980, multi-generational households made up 12% of the market. Now we're looking at 22%. 22% of all households are multi-generational households. And that's up from 12%. What do you think the next 20, 30 years are gonna look like? This is just the beginning. We're talking about being on the ground floor of what is gonna become a massive, booming industry of adult day because it's affordable. There's gonna be more people that are working longer. They're gonna need help while they work more and more. Both we got dual income families now, and then now we got seniors working longer. So when People are gonna need care because they have dementia or Parkinson's or something else, and their loved one and their spouse and their family's working. They're gonna need a place to go, and they're gonna need an affordable alternative to assisted living and in-home care. And guess what? Adult Day is the answer, baby. Like, this is just the beginning. When I look at these stats and I think about how some of these things have affected other industries, it reminds me just how much of an impact Adult Day is gonna have on the world and just how much it's needed. And this is the time you could get in today. Anyways, guys, make sure if you are interested in opening your very own adult daycare, go to adcpro.com, join us on our monthly webinars, check out all of our YouTube videos, go to our Facebook page and join our Facebook group. And if you're interested in learning more about the franchise model, go to activeagecare.com/franchise. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, click here. We'll see you guys next time.